Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm your girl, Ashley.
And this is Adina, Naturally Geeky.
And today, what are we talking about? Yesterday was Christmas Day, and we got two great films, Nada and O'Shea. They're covering Wonder Woman 1984 for you guys. And me and my girl, Mrs. Naturally Geeky, Miss Beautiful Naturally Geeky. If you've not subscribed to her channel, she's going to let you know a little bit about what she does right now. Go ahead, Naturally Geeky.
Oh yes, if you guys like anime or anything like that, you guys can check out my channel. It's Naturally Geeky. Again, it'll be down in the description bar. Thank you.
Yes, and so like we said, we talked about how Disney Plus has been starving for this content, right? Well, we finally, other than The Mandalorian and like these little, I mean, it's still a family movie, but I felt like this was the first, blockbuster film that was really, had a lot of hype around it
A lot.
and everything with the pandemic. Getting a new movie was like amazing. I would have preferred, yes, to see it in the theater because I'm a theater person. But do we think if there wasn't a pandemic, that this film still holds up for the movie theater? That's just like the first thing I'm curious. What do you think?
I think so.
Naturally
I
Geeky.
think so. I definitely believe it's like a family movie, and I feel like people will support this movie. I feel like it's Pixar. People will gravitate to that, especially kids and people that like family films. So I think it would have drawn out the crowds. I definitely think it would have. Yes. I have like my
Yeah,
mom.
and I
She
feel
knew
like
about the movie, and she don't know nothing about movies, and she heard about it. So I definitely think it would have brought people out.
okay. So we'll just kind of basically give you just a few plot details of the film because, like I said, this is a spoiler-free review. We're just going to touch on a few things about the film. So, because we don't want to ruin it if you've not had the chance to see it, like I said, this is a spoiler-free review. Basically, we meet Joe, right? And
Yeah.
Joe opens, he's this band teacher, and you can see he's kind of despondent with his life. We find out that his true passion is, what, Geeky?
He loves the piano. He's a musician, and he wants to move on to the step to actually be an artist and fulfill his dreams.
Yes. And then, like, kind of just going into, for me, I felt like the pacing of the movie, it kind of gets you to, the next aspect, but it kind of makes sense. But like I said, I felt very connected with Joe from the beginning. I felt his struggles. I thought Jamie Foxx voice acting was spot on. And we also meet 22, who is kind of like his partner in crime here in this film. And Tina Fey, also great voice acting. You have two people who kind of started out in this comedy world, and you have comedy, you have funny moments in the film. Some of them, I felt they were off-putting at times, right?
A
But
little
for me,
off-putting.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Geeky. You talk
Yeah.
about how you felt about Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey right here.
I really liked the voice acting with Jamie Foxx. His voice was believable. I liked his range. I don't believe I've ever seen him do anything like that with kind of like animation or anything like that. And I liked it. I feel like he could really have a career in it. And Tina Fey, I enjoyed her. Her voice was kind of like you had to get used to it because even like he said in the movie, why do you sound like a 22-year-old, like a middle-aged white woman? And I just busted out
Yeah.
because I was like, wait, he's really thinking what I'm thinking. But yeah, I really felt
Yes.
I was
I,
dying.
I feel like if she would have been separated from him, it would have gotten old really quickly. Because at first, like you said, it was like, but like they, as a team, they worked off each other very well, and we get some moments for me, like I said, just moving on. I didn't cry in this movie, but there is one moment that almost made me emotional when he meets 22. That moment right there kind of almost brought those tears out of me. But then there was a phony moment that I felt like it was a little off-putting and a little of a really, is that what we're gonna do right now? But that's me. Geeky, is there anything you right here you want to add?
Well, yeah, there were some parts that really made me emotional. Like you said, when he was actually kind of looking at not like the catalog of his life, but basically just, seeing certain things, and it did make me kind of, emotional as well. But there was some times in this movie, but it did throw me off on other parts as well. And once we get into the spoiler, we'll go into that more. But yeah, it was kind of emotional to where you were like, okay, it's going up and it's going down, which, movies will do that. But yeah, some parts I was just like, oh, okay, like, we'll see.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I agree. So basically, we're gonna give you a few more takeaways, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Did you like Inside Out?
I loved
Okay.
Inside Out.
Well,
I
then
really
Soul.
liked that movie. I feel like it was
Yeah.
it's there is a lot of similarities between the two. And I feel like that could be a good thing and also be a bad thing, because people are going to compare it
Mhm.
and think and take away from what they saw in that movie and think it's going to be the same thing. And unfortunately, it might not be the same thing. And um, I don't think that that's what they were going for, but that's what we were left with. So
Yeah. And I feel like, are these two in the same universe? Because sometimes Pixar, they don't really like have this, but you sometimes you hear about like planes and cars being in that same connected world. Maybe this too, but when we look at Inside Out, if you enjoyed Inside Out, I feel like you might enjoy this movie, or you might feel it's too much of a carbon copy of Inside Out. But I will tell you, it's a good film. It is not on Inside Out's level. To me, Inside Out is an A. We'll kind of talk about our grade real quick before we wrap up. But it's a good family fun time. It was a good family film, to kind of gather around and to watch it on Christmas Day.
yeah,
And if you still are with your family right now and you're looking for something to watch and you have Disney Plus, give Soul a try. You know what I'm saying? It's worth a watch. For me, right? How you feel, Geeky?
yeah, I really do. I feel like people could take away and just have a good night with their family, just watching it, have a good time, kind of get emotional a little bit. And, there is some comedic parts as well. You'll definitely see that in the movie. So it's really heartfelt. So you can really enjoy this film. So,
So if
yeah.
we're gonna give Soul, right, a letter grade, what do we think the grade here is?
I want to say
What would you give it?
I would give it a B, probably just a B. I wouldn't give
And
it
I'm
a.
right in line. Yeah, and I'm right in line with you. We're a B, so it's easy to average that out, right, guys? So for Soul, right, it's a B. And we're going to let you know right now, Soul, worth watching. It's a B film for both of us. Like I said, enjoy this film if you've not had a chance to see it. It's a good time right now. And, we're still in the holiday season, so you can spend time with your family and enjoy this film. To me, just it's the film winner of Christmas Day, and I enjoyed it. And I will tell you, watch Soul on Disney Plus. They're getting that content together, and I feel like this is a win for Disney Plus, right?
Yeah,
Naturally Geeky.
definitely. Don't miss it. Check it out. I mean, it's on the app, so why not?
Yeah. And so we're gonna wrap it up here right now. I'm your girl Ashley, aka the Widow, and this is my girl Naturally Geeky. You can check her out on her channel, Naturally Geeky, and the link for her channel will be in the description box below. So you know what I said. Go for it. I'm Ashley the Widow.
This is Adina Nashigito Kiki for The Widow.
And you know what? We're about to be out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for joining us. And you know what? I'm going to push this little button and we're out. Bye.